everyone, it's Joy, and I have a video. By the way, have you guys noticed lately in all the videos, after I say it's Joy and I just start giggling? What is wrong with me? I don't know. I think I'm really happy to be back and doing this. I missed y'all. I really miss doing this stuff, but okay, so we're gonna dive into something that happened, I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago. So I'll give some disclaimers on this because some people I know if you're new, and hi guys if you're new and you don't know me, I used to have a channel called JoySparklebS. I know that's, and here's the weird thing, if you see the channel, I changed the name to JoySparklebS, but it still says Sperpinklebo for some people, so I know it's kind of confusing, which sucks, but I had another channel, and on that channel I did a lot of showcasing Onision because holy shit, in like late 2016, early 2017, he was acting like a big old turd. And so I was showcasing some of the manipulation, the behaviors he was doing. It was outright ridiculous. So why am I doing this video? I guess he had some things to say about me. And I think they're pretty funny. And I just wanted to respond to it because, again, Dr. Greg, who acts like a fucking know-it-all, he wants to give false medical information, and he knows it's untrue, which that would make him a liar. And by his own logic, he needs a tattoo above his ass that says, I'm a liar. Shout out to my audience who knows what this means. If you don't, I don't really, and I feel bad now saying this, I don't really want to get into it, not to try to keep it from y'all, but y'all can discuss in the comments. I just want to leave some of his exes' names out of things because they have tried, many of his exes have tried desperately to get away from his BS, and I don't want them to have to relive it in this video. Not that I think this video is going to do anything great or be anything great, it just is what it is. So this is just fun for me, and some people might be rolling their eyes going, oh my god, Joy, another Onision video. Is this a pattern? No. Like, here's the thing. When I used to talk about him, he was doing some really awful shit to people in his audience, people around him, family members, young teenage girls he would bring in and out, he was doing some really horrific things that I felt like people needed to have attention on. And my goal was to either help him see what he was doing or help lessen his impact on young people. Wasn't trying to ruin his life, wasn't trying to mess with his money. I just wanted to make sure that people were safe. And luckily, we did it. Like, between my audience, like Mike and Actor, if you haven't, go subscribe to Mike and Actor. Hi, Mike. I feel bad I didn't tell him I was coming back. It's just kind of last minute, so I still have to message him. But go check out Mike and Actor, because Mike has covered this beautifully. So is Rob Novak. Several other people have, too. Jacqueline Glenn has kind of raised the alarm. Blair White. There's several people that kind of covered this. So here's the thing. As most people know, Onision has really taken a downturn on his channel. And I don't really want to kick somebody while they're down. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. I don't know. Also, I haven't kept up with anything. This is the truth. I have not kept up with anything Onision. Like, people used to think I was, like I was obsessed with him. And I don't really look at most of his stuff. I really don't. It doesn't really interest me. So every so often, though, somebody will send me a video and I'll kind of look at the title and I'll be like, and most of the time I'm not interested. But this one, apparently, he mentioned me and I wouldn't have even cared. I wouldn't have made this video except he is giving false medical information. And I have seen so many YouTubers do this and make similar claims like Onision. Oh, I'm so factual, I'm so honest, I tell the truth. And then they don't, and that's manipulative, especially to people with illness. So I want to dive into this so you guys can see exactly what this is. And I want to go over what he has to say. So, okay, here we go.
Someone said Joy. What happened to Joy? Where is Joy? Is the Joy?
Is she dead?
Yeah. Is there no more joy in the world?
I think she weaned back up to her mothership.
So this was the first little jab. Oh my god, I don't know who these people are that are on there and talking, but they do a lot of shit talking about me, and it's funny because as much as they say they're diehard Onision fans, the majority of the stuff they've gotten from BS and lies from Repsion. It's pretty funny. And there's another part that's funny too, I'll go into in a second.
Oh,
didn't she delay her channel, if I remember correctly?
I like how people were totally, I don't want to be redundant, but people were like, Joy's so great. and then the times changed and people started seeing.
She was legit psychotic.
I love that y'all call me a psychopath. Well, here's the thing, Onision. Here's the difference between me and you. I had a lot of rumors and bullshit happen to me because people got jealous because I got successful very, very quickly. And then we had people like Based Titties and all the Based Mama and all those people try to put out hit pieces on me. Like Repsion, who you guys actually quote a lot and get your information from as you're shit talking. Funny enough. But no, I'm not a psychopath, and unlike you, the majority of the stuff that I went through on YouTube was debunked. Ugh. You, though, nobody can debunk the fact that you had a 12 to 13-year-old on your channel in a bra and underwear or sweatpants or shorts, whatever you want to call it. She was in a bra and asking if she was attractive and you rating her. I don't care how you slice or dice it. It's gross. Same thing with minors. So, all of mine's been disproven, but you are still a creep.
I was telling everybody that, and they were just like, nah, you're nuts, because you're Onision, and nothing you say is accurate.
See, like, that's manipulative. No, people don't like you because you've done a lot of awful things. Like, the teenage kids, like, he would put 12 and 13-year-olds in their underwear, or he'd put minors in their underwear, scantily clad, sexy pictures on his videos at the height of his, like, fame and shit. And when he's getting hundreds of thousands of views of video, and he would be like, rape my body. Translation, do you give me a boner? Like, that's literal terms. Oh my god. So it's just really, really funny to hear him say that stuff. No, that's not it. And the reasons you didn't like me were because I was calling you out on your BS and people were seeing the manipulation. So you couldn't do that stuff about, like, oh, I'm fake. Oh, but I'm the most honest YouTuber, but I'm lying to my audience all the time. Like, you couldn't pull that shit because I called it out. That's why you don't like me. And furthermore, since all this shit was debunked by me, and it was debunked on the internet by Andy Worski, JF, the Kumite, so many different people, doesn't that mean you're either a shit talker or a liar? Because heaven forbid, you wouldn't just give information on something if you didn't have the facts, right? Remember, you love the facts and the definitions so much. So then which is it? Are you a liar or are you just shit talking? Because either way, this doesn't make you very truthful or honest, does it?
You're,
because she's like
you're
one of those.
stupid.
She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
She believes she's an alien child or something. I don't know.
It's funny because Onision, the guy that you seem to really, really like and enjoy and defend to the end, created a cult at one point. He had a lot of weird beliefs. I remember there's one video. I'm not going to pull it up because I don't know where it is. It's one of his old videos. He used to do a series on spirituality that was really, really weird back in the day. He removed all those videos, but one of them, he was going on and on about how he believes, like, you can create a creature in your mind and you can kind of make them come to life, but in the spirit realm and shit. It was weird, and I don't 100% quote me because it's been a while, but that motherfucker has some weird beliefs, and y'all want to say that shit about me. It's just, I don't know, it's just funny. It's just very hypocritical how they will defend this person to the death and yet make fun of somebody else who's criticized him, even though he's even weirder than I am. And I'm a weird motherfucker, so it takes a lot for me to say that.
Yeah, for the people who don't know who Joy is, Joy and I had a live debate where I argued with her as to whether or not her mental disability was a mental disability.
Bingo! I don't know if you guys know, fibromyalgia is a mental disability, says Dr. fucking Greg. He says it's a mental disability. Oh my god. And I don't know if y'all remember when we had that debate back in the day, that's the shit that he tried to claim. That was the shit that he tried to claim, and he tried, like, he was so manipulative. And I didn't fully understand everything going on because Younow was cutting in and out so much it was hard to hear certain things. But he kept trying to say he's right because he pulled up the definition of illness. And he's like, it's a physical or mental illness. I'm like, that has nothing to do with fibromyalgia. Anyway, let's continue this dummy. But before we go on, let's go ahead and look up fibromyalgia so you guys can get a better understanding of what this is. And you guys can see how full of shit he is. So, simple Google search says fibromyalgia. Symptoms and causes from the Mayo Clinic. Fibromyalgia is a disorder characterized by widespread musculoskeletal pain, accompanied by fatigue, sleep, memory, and mood issues. Researchers believe that fibromyalgia amplifies pain sensations by affecting the way your brain processes pain signals. Hear that? Greg, it's all about pain. The first entry of fibromyalgia comes up about pain, physical pain. And the second one is from WebMD, Fibromyalgia Center Symptoms Treatment Causes Test. Fibromyalgia Overview. Fibromyalgia syndrome affects the muscles and soft tissue. Symptoms include chronic muscle pain, fatigue, sleep problems, and painful tender points or trigger points, which can be relieved through medications, lifestyle change, and stress management. Wow! Nothing in there about it being a mental disability, or as you said, a mental illness on the stream. So then on the right-hand side, you see it gives you like information on Google about fibromyalgia. Here are some of the symptoms. Pain areas in the muscles, abdomen, back, or neck. Pain types can be chronic, diffuse, sharp, or severe. Pain circumstances can occur at night. Gastrointestinal, constipation, nausea, or passing excessive amounts of gas. Whole body fatigue, feeling tired, or malaise. Muscular, muscle tenderness, delayed onset muscle soreness, or muscle spasms. Sensory, pins and needles, sensitivity to cold or sensitivity to pain. Mood, anxiety, mood swings, or nervousness. Sleep, difficulty falling asleep, or sleep disturbances. With cognitive, which is what I have, not a mental illness, but cognitive issues, forgetfulness, or lack of concentration, or brain fogs. Then it says hand sensations of coldness and tingling, and also common. Depression, flare, headache, inability, joint stiffness, painful menstruation, or tingling feet. Look, right there it says it says depression at the bottom. Depression. But I want to explain, fibromyalgia is not a mental illness or mental disability because it causes depression. The depression is caused from being sick all the time. If you're sick all the time, you're not going to be very happy. That's just how being sick works. And you can see down here, it says treatment can help, but this condition can't be cured. Fibromyalgia is often accompanied by fatigue and altered sleep, memory, and mood. Widespread muscle, skeleton pain, and tenderness are the most common symptoms. Medications, talk therapy, and stress reduction may help symptoms. Wow. So far, only one thing about anything that could be related to mental illness, and that's depression out of all of this. It is pain-related. Pain-related. It's not mental illness, or as he eloquently put, a mental disability. And here we are at, it says symptoms of fibromyalgia can vary with intensity. Fatigue, sleep disturbance, sleep apnea, inner waking and fresh, cognitive difficulties, memory problems, or thinking clearly, just like I told him, and stiffness are the most prevalent symptoms reported. Additional common symptoms may include depression or anxiety, migraines, tension, headaches, pelvic pain, irritable or overactive bladder, irritable bowel syndrome, TMJ, including tinnitus, and gastrointestinal reflux disease. Stress often worsens the related problems and symptoms. So we'll just keep looking around. So it says in a 2013 survey of people with fibromyalgia by Oregon Health and Sciences University at the National Fibromyalgia and Chronic Pain Association, symptoms were measured as well as the impact of fibromyalgia on daily living. There is no cure for fibromyalgia. Multidisciplinary approaches for management and relief of symptoms are often recommended. Medications, cognitive behavioral therapies, and gentle exercise are the most common combinations. In partnership with healthcare provider, development of self-management strategies and long-term health goals may reduce the chronic symptoms and the frequency, duration, intensity of periodic flare-ups, rapid increases of symptoms. That's what a flare-up is. They can last a long time or a short time, depending. Cultural attitudes and stigmatization of people with chronic pain issues often cause people with fibromyalgia to become withdrawn from family and friends. Isolation and feeling alone to manage fibromyalgia can contribute to depression. So again, it's not that fibromyalgia is a mental illness because some of the symptoms are depression and anxiety. The symptoms of depression and anxiety follow fibromyalgia because you're sick all the time and you can't live a normal life. As I've said before, think about the worst cold or flu or stomach bug you've ever had and then it will never end. I mean, that will depress anybody because your life is impaired consistently. So, just so everybody is clear, those are the definitions, and that is what encompasses fibromyalgia.
Oh my god.
Well, no, I thought you were arguing.
I'm like your brain is damaged in the sense that it is not fully efficient, and therefore you are mentally handicapped or whatever.
Oh my god.
See, those are other lies. Your brain is damaged. My brain isn't damaged. It's not damaged. Like, I'm sick. It's impaired. It's impaired because of the illness that I am trying to overcome. So again, it's more complete blatant lies. And mentally handicapped isn't the word. And it's so funny because that's not at all what he said. He tried to say it was mentally ill because fibromyalgia caused memory loss. And we went back and forth and I'm like, Greg, look it up. Please look up the definition. It's nerve pain. And he looked up like 1-2 sentence issue about it. And he just was like, look, it's mental illness. I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's absolutely not. This is so stupid. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just pull the definition. He loves his definitions, even if he reads them and can't fully comprehend them. But here we go from the Collins Dictionary. A mental handicap, or as he said, mentally handicapped. A general or specific intellectual disability resulting directly or indirectly from injury to the brain or from abnormal neurological development. Well, I don't have abnormal neurological development, and I don't have an injury to the brain. So, what does this mean? Oh my God, this means you've just lied. You have just lied. You have just told everybody something that, what is it? Not the truth. But I thought you were really honest, Greg. What happened?
And she's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, well, then what are you? Perfectly functional?
I like his imitation of me. No, I'm not. When he was the one that was being insulting, arguing, and completely disagreeable. I started out of that debate perfectly fucking pleasant with him. It was only halfway through when his manipulation just kept going that I started to match where he was at. No, I'm not. You were the one that was throwing fits and getting triggered and getting pissed, Gregory. That wasn't me. And no, I'm not perfectly functional because I am sick with fibromyalgia, but I don't have a mental disability or a mental handicap. She's so lovingly insulted.
It's like
What was her disorder?
I don't know.
She had
I don't know. He's trying to tell everybody I have a mental disability, but doesn't even remember what it is. Are you fucking kidding me? He's just a shit talker.
Was it a made up one or what?
She had this
aside from
thing.
her being like certifiably insane, she also was claiming she had fibromyalgia, which was affecting her brain function.
Oh,
What? Okay.
yeah.
For somebody who loves the facts, you would think if they're going to shit talk and say that I have a mental disability, they would at least know which one it is that I have. She's certified. I love all these buzzwords and buzz phrases. She's certifiably insane. Really? Really, little teenager? Is that what I am? Here's the thing. They can think that all they want. I don't care. It's just funny because the things that they say as to why I'm insane or why I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, Greg has done 10 times worse. I'm not making up people. I'm not making up, not even people. What would you call it? Creatures? I'm not making up creatures in my head and then having conversations and claiming that they're real on an ethereal plane. But Greg sure is. Hold on, I'm crazy. I believe in aliens. I believe in UFOs.
Yo, hey, you guys gotta forgive people who say they don't like me because they either don't like me for a good reason or they more likely don't like me because they believe something that Mike and Reactor or whoever the fuck else said. So.
Oh my God, he'll never get his name right. Mike and Actor. Remember when Greg lost his shit during the debate because he was like, you need to call me Greg? And I'll go into this at some point, but I was like, I thought he meant I called him Hun. Like, I'll call people sweetheart and hun and all that. And I thought that's why he was upset. Again, Younow was so fucking glitchy, and it would go in and out. It was sometimes hard to get all the context, or like the sentences would skip and stuff. So it caused for a lot of really stupid miscommunication. I remember when he kept calling him Mike and Rectum. Mike and Hector has his channel called #TacoStream. Go subscribe because he plays games, and he has this one on the. He does a Sims series where he puts me, himself, Onision, Shane Dawson, Lainey, and a few people in a house. It was really funny, and he calls himself what was it? Mike and Rectum. Fucking Onision. Also, did you see the really end? It looks really salty, where he pauses about what Mike and Hector says, and he goes, "So."
So.
I think he was pissed because Mike wouldn't debate him because he wasn't gonna bend to Onision's manipulation and terms, and that makes me laugh.
Yeah, I like, you can't blame people for believing the false sincerity of others, because they're too trusting. So I don't know.
Really, you mean like when you tell people I have a mental disability, you don't know what it is? You have just completely been a hypocrite in that sentence to all this shit talking you just did. You just contradicted yourself. Good job, Onion.
I have a lot of people come to me going, oh man, I used to hate you, but then I actually started listening to you and I realized you're not a monster. And I'm like, oh, cool. And then we fuck, and then it's all good.